So, Professor, I'm going to give you an F minus for your microcap high risk pink sheet crap shooting suggestion. How much did they pay you, Judas? Dang, talk about shots fired. I mean, did I really deserve to be called Judas? Judas, the man who sold out Jesus for 30 pieces of silver? Feels a little bit extreme, y'all. Okay, how about we gather around our virtual little campfire here and have a little chat with Doc Stacker about sponsored videos, because I found the reaction to these paid sponsored videos quite fascinating and varied. As you can see here, some of y'all just don't like these videos and you aren't afraid to share it directly, indirectly, and even with some sarcasm. I love this comment that I saw on another channel where the person warned that this path could lead to us selling pork bellies next week. Then you have others that seem to understand some of the trade-offs we have to make as free content creators on this platform. Then we have some of y'all going back and forth with each other. And then there are those that simply click on the next video once we start the sponsored content. And then there's a special category of folks that send me messages letting me know that they keep a score sheet of the companies that I've covered, almost like I'm offering a stock picking service. Over the next few minutes, I'd like to share with you a side of sponsored content that isn't always shared, and at least give you my insights as a content creator. I want to be clear, I don't know anyone else's journey or experience. I'm only speaking for myself, especially as a more education-based channel. So let's start off with monetization and how to make money as a creator. From the moment a channel is monetized on YouTube, which back in the day required 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you kids have it easy today. Okay, at any rate, once this threshold is met, which isn't easy, creators start receiving all kinds of emails from all kinds of companies wanting to collaborate or partner with us with the goal of reaching our audience. And let me tell you, there are some shady and suspect, quote unquote, opportunities out there. 99% of the time, I simply decline or ignore the message. For most creators, getting to the place where your channel is monetized takes anywhere from 6 months to a year and a half and a roughly 100 videos or so. And let me tell you, that is a ton of time spent learning how to put thumbnails and videos together, recording, editing, and let's not forget coming up with the content. I mean, I roughly spend a minimum of 5 to 7 hours just to put together a 10-minute video. I know there are others that just turn on the camera and knock it out, and there are others that turn on the camera and simply repeat the same message over and over again. You do you, boo. I take the time I take and do my content the way I do because I have to meet my own standard, and I want to make sure that you learn something new every time you watch a video. And let me tell you, that isn't easy. I'm pretty certain, though, that no one quits their 9-to-5 job and starts a YouTube channel. For most of us, it's an additional life commitment, or at least that's where it starts off. For example, I work a more than 40 hours a week job as a college administrator. I also teach 3 classes at another institution, and I run this YouTube channel because this is my passion project. Where the rubber meets the road is that there is a ton of time and effort that goes into creating this content. For example, I'm writing my script for this video at 3:23 on Saturday morning after spending a full day and a night with my family. Another way that creators also monetize their channels is through the use of affiliate links. If I remember correctly, I think I've only ever offered 2 or 3 affiliate links because I simply don't like making money based on whether or not you buy something. For me, that feels a little bit like a conflict. The 2 affiliate links I've ever offered, if I remember correctly, were Monetary Metals, which I really do love and I love what they're doing. And the second was Mint Mobile. And that's because I really did switch to Mint, and I started saving a ton of money for the exact same cell service. That link is in the description just in case you want to try it out or you want to support the channel. Regardless, I definitely don't do this for the money. How do you know? Well, let's take a real life example of a video that I did last Saturday that performed extremely well. It collected over 12,000 views, which is huge for my channel. And what did I make? Just over $60. Do the math. That's $5 per 1,000 views. I share this because I hope it helps you have an appreciation for what goes into being a content creator and the so-called reward that we receive. Unless you're truly one of the big dogs, there isn't a lot of money to be made from ad revenue. This means for many of us, once we're monetized, we grind and continue to put out content for free. And when we do finally make money, it's only enough to buy a Chipotle for lunch every time you release a video. And don't get me wrong, it's all a blessing and I'm not complaining. At the same time, after grinding for very little money, if you're lucky, you'll hit the radar of some of these companies where you can further monetize your efforts. And why shouldn't you make money if you can? Some channels will partner with bullion dealers, and I'm sure you've seen them before. At any rate, if a creator is lucky, they'll get noticed by one of the advertising companies that promotes mining stocks, and this is where our viewers become frustrated, hence that Judas comments that started the video. Again, only speaking for myself, I don't have an issue with doing company sponsored content. I don't think it's unreasonable at all for us as creators to run our channels like a business and make money from our ability to convey information to you about a company. As creators, we have earned and deserve the opportunity to make a living from what we are offering for free here on YouTube. As the phrase goes, do no harm, and I don't see these videos as doing harm. Some commenters shared that they just click away once we start the sponsored video content. Did you know that the average person sees 5,000 to 10,000 ads per day? And a sponsored video is just another ad from my perspective. On top of that, again, I can't speak for everyone else, but I always make sure that I give content before I ever do the sponsored content out of respect for you as my viewers. For many creators, what we receive on one sponsored video is more than we make in a year from our ad revenue. Let me say that again. One sponsored video can make you more money than what you make in a year from your ad revenue. Depending on how the company evaluates your channel, creators receive anywhere from $250 all the way up to $10,000 for doing these videos. And in case you're wondering, I'm nowhere near that 10,000 mark. Now, the other criticism we receive as creators is that we're promoting penny dreadful stocks, or as the viewer said, quote, micro cap, high risk, pink sheet, crapshoot suggestions, which I can see has some truth to it. Most of these companies start off in the exact same place, right? Most of them start with someone having an indication or idea that there's something deep below the surface that needs to simply be found. I mean, the only difference between SilverX Mining and Stacker's University Mining Company is that SilverX has spent tens of millions of dollars proving that they have a significant resource. Regardless, at some point, almost all these companies were in the same spot on the Lassonde curve, trying to make it to mine production and becoming a profitable mining company. In these early stages, companies need help getting the word out about what they're doing in order to attract investors, because they need that capital to come in order to continue moving the company forward. I'd love to do videos about Fortuna or Aya Gold, which have performed phenomenally for me, but they don't need to advertise in the same way. That aside, some of the companies I have done sponsored content for have performed well, but there have also been some dogs in there as well, at least in the short term, which is actually a very important point. You also have to really think about your expectations and your timeline when evaluating and buying these explorers. Every time you evaluate an explorer, I want you to equate it to going fishing and remembering these points. There are never any guarantees. That's why it's called fishing and not catching. You have zero chance of catching the big one if you never put your pole in the water, meaning you have to actually buy these stocks if you're going to be successful. All fishermen have great stories of incredible catches that just got away. And four, it would be faster and easier to just simply go buy fish instead of going fishing. But the reward is very different. The last point I want to make about these explorers is about time and reward. Whenever you look at an explorer, you simply can't evaluate it in less than 5 to 7 year period if you really want to make the big money. You can't simply look at a company that I've covered in 2023 and say it's down, therefore you suck for covering it, Doc. Do you know how long ago I started buying Hercules silver before I made any money? That dang thing was below 20 cents until October of 2023. But now 2 of my 3 purchase tranches are up 196% and 110%. How do you think the real money is made and the real big money is made in mining stocks? How do you think people get 10 and 20 baggers? You waiting until the stock is popular and then loved? Heck no, come on now. We talk about this all the time. Your money is made when you buy, and you wait for everyone else to catch up to where you already are and you are already positioned. That's how I've made good money in uranium, and that's exactly why I'm already up 90+% on more than a dozen of my gold and silver mining stocks. I bought when they were cheap and they looked like, quote, micro cap, high risk, pink sheet, crapshoot investments. You know what I also had to endure during that time? I had to watch almost each one of those go down 50, 60, 70%. As Winston Churchill said, the pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Instead of complaining about and taking a loss, I checked my investment thesis and I waited for opportunities to take larger positions at cheaper prices. What do I always say to you? You have to be your own investor, because only you have to own your own results. When it comes to these speculative stocks, you have to size appropriately and take a basket approach. Finally, none of us as creators are telling you to buy these stocks. We're simply telling you the company's story. Ultimately, I would like to believe that myself and other creators who do these videos aren't selling our souls by doing these videos. We are absolutely taking the opportunity to finally capitalize on some opportunities that are finally being presented to us after spending years of providing you with the best possible content we could for free or very little money. I would venture that most of us started our channels because we love the topic, not because we had dreams of making tens of thousands of dollars doing sponsored videos. These channels are our babies. I love Stackers University and the community we've created. I get tremendous joy when you watch and comment on my videos. It's why I read and try to respond to every comment. It's why I at least give you a heart response. You all are like family, and that truly motivates me. Why else would I be up in the middle of the night losing sleep to provide you with content to enjoy? To my followers specifically, I'm sorry if doing these videos means I lose you as a viewer or a supporter. It almost feels like an impossible choice. Take the opportunity to do a sponsored video that provides income that supports my content and my family, or upset you because I have to run my channel like a business. My hope is that after watching this video, you can appreciate some of what we go through as creators and not hold it against us when we take the opportunity to provide more for our families by doing these videos. I hope you don't hold it against us any more than you hold it against CBS for showing you commercials during the football game. In the comments section, should creators do sponsor content videos? If we do them, what would make them better or more tolerable? Or simply put an A+ in the comments to let everyone know that you always stack smarter and never stop learning.